look at this question, exercise 5.1. In that main question 4th and the 8th one I have selected. What the question is, check whether the given series is an AP. If it is an AP, in that case you are going to find the difference and the next three terms. See here children, you are given the terms as minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, and by looking at this one you can say here it is an AP. But anyhow, if it is asked for 1 or 2 marks, you have to solve and show how it is an AP, and if it is an AP, write the difference and the next three terms by solving. Okay, now look at this one. The first term is given by, what is that, minus 1 by 2, and the second term is also minus 1 by 2. As you know, the difference is between A2 minus A1. Yes, so what we have, A2 as minus 1 by 2 minus of this one, and what is A1? It is also minus 1 by 2, which is equal to minus 1 by 2. Minus minus becomes plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 0. In the same way, when you go with the difference between A3 and A2, you are going to get the D as 0. So because of that one, you are going to say the difference is what? Difference between the consecutive terms is 0. Because of that one, you are going to say it is an AP, and the difference is 0. And next three terms, obviously you are getting next three terms as also minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. See this fourth question. Find the common difference in next three terms. If it is an AP, in that case you are going to find the common difference and next three terms. Okay, so I have selected some questions. First I am going to solve these two, and afterwards I will solve the remaining sums. Okay, you practice this, and I find these questions important. Now the first one is 2, 4, 8, 6. It is given something like this one. See, when you look at the sum, you will find that one 2, 4, you have the difference as 2, and here you find a difference as 4. By looking at the series, we find that one it is not an AP. Of course, the difference is not same throughout, is it? So because of that one, you are going to say it is not an AP. Then there is no question of what, moving with the common difference and writing the common difference and writing next three terms. Yes, so but if it is asked for MCQs, then you are going to write it is not an AP. For that option you are going to put a tick mark, or else if it is given for 1 mark, you have to solve and show that it is not an AP. So for that one, how to go? Very simple. So I'm taking the revision sums, so I'm solving these in short. Now here what we find here, the first you have the series as 2, 4, 8 and 6. You are not going to call it as an AP until and unless you show the common difference as same. You are not going to call the given series as an AP. You can call it as series. Okay, now so what you are going to do, first we will find a difference between these first two terms, that is 4 and 2, which is equal to 2. Next we will move to the third and the fourth term, which is 8 minus 4, which is equal to 4. So it is not necessary to go for the next correction, that is not necessary of finding the difference between this 6 and 8. So by looking at this one, you are going to say it is not an AP. Yes, not an AP you are going to say, because as the common difference is not same. Yes, now next one is very interesting. See here, you have to be little careful with this question. When you look at the terms, you find something, what, of course they are increasing order, they are, and they look what as if the common difference is not same when you look at the numbers, but actually we will solve the difference, will find and will check whether it is AP or not. Okay, just by looking at the numbers here, you don't say it is an AP or not an AP, because you have minus and the plus sign like integers you have here. So now look at this one. First I am going to find the difference between the second term and the first term, A2 minus A1, which is equal to minus 6 minus of minus 10. This way you write, children. Now which is equal to minus 6 and minus minus becomes plus 10, which is equal to 4. Okay, this is the difference between the second and the first term. Next we will move to the next one. D is equal to A3 minus A2, third and the second one. So here what we find here, the third term as minus 2 and the second term as minus 6. You are writing this way. So now the difference you check it this way, you solve it, continue this way. Minus 2 and minus minus, it is once again plus, and it is 4. And you know minus and plus you are going to subtract. It is 4. Keep the sign of bigger number. Here you have got this one as 4. Yes, this is also 4 and the first difference is also 4. We will check the difference between fourth and the third term. Yes, that is A4 minus A3. Yes, what is a4? It is 2 minus of minus 2, which is equal to 2 minus minus, it is plus, sorry, it is 2, which is 4. See what we observe here, the difference between the conjugative terms, that is a2 and a1 and a3 and a2 and even the a4 and a3 is same. So you are going to call it as common difference is equal or same, okay, which is equal to 4. Therefore it is an AP. It is an AP this way. Okay. Next, what it is asked further, it is asked to find next 3 terms. See children, it may be asked for 3 marks question. This is question maybe for 1 mark if the terms are simple. If the terms are like minus and fractions, you may get this question for 3 marks. You will get simple questions. So write them and solve them systematically. Avoid silly mistakes. Now I am going to find the next 3 terms. See here, I am doing this way. You have the first term as, okay, I am writing once again, minus 10. You have minus 6, minus 2 and 2. Very simple. This is your a1, this is a2 and this is a3 and a4. Next means you are going to find a5, a6 and the a7. Very simple. To get a5, what you are going to do here? a4 plus difference. So a4 is what? 2 and the difference is 4, which is equal to 6. This is next first term of the next one. Then a6 is equal to a5th term plus the difference. Yes, a5th is what? Already you have calculated, which is 6. 6 plus 4, which is equal to 10, that is a6th. And next, that is a7 is a6 plus d, which is equal to a6th is 10 plus 4, which is equal to 14. Yes, the next, see what you have done here. You have calculated. So first of all, you have said that given expression is an AP, that is given series, given series is an AP, as the common difference is same throughout. Next one is they asked to write the common difference. Difference is equal to 4, and the next 3 terms are, you are going to write this one, 3 terms. Okay, 3 terms are, yes, what they are? 6, 10 and the 14. See, this completes the solution. So you have to solve a question whenever it is asked, depending upon the sub questions what it is asked, because the marks are divided in that way. First of all, if it is for 3 marks, how you are going to get the 3 marks? First, for checking AP, you will get 1 mark, of course. Then for just writing d is equal to 4. See here, children, even if we calculate and if you won't write the difference as 4, you are going to lose 1 mark. Yes, so write difference is equal to 4 and 1 more mark for what? Of course, for writing the next 3 terms you can write that way, and they are 6, 10, 4, and your complete 3 marks you are going to get this way. See, continuing with the 4th question of exercise 5.1. I have selected next 5th one, where you find this square root numbers little difficult in calculation. So I will show you how to simplify this one in an easy way. What the question it is asked, whether it is an AP, given series is an AP, first you have to check that one, and if it is an AP, in that case you are finding the common difference and the next 3 terms. Okay, this is what the question is. So we will solve one by one and we'll see. First of all, the first step is to go with the checking of the series as an AP or not. See here, children, if the question is asked for 3 marks, the first question is what? The first concept I can say here, checking AP. If it is asked, if the question is AP, in that case it is divided in this way. Then second one is for finding the difference. This is second part, and the third part is writing the next 3 terms. This way you are going to solve. Okay, follow all the 3 steps and you will get 3 marks complete for the solution or proper solution of the question. Okay, now look at this one. First of all, what we have here, A as 3 and that is A1, and you can call it as A2, and this one as A3 and this one as A4. Okay, now look at this one, the difference between the second term and the first term. We'll find first A2 minus A1. Yes, what is A2? It is 3 plus root 2 minus, it is only single term, and with positive sign you are going to write this one as directly this way, not necessary of keeping the or putting the bracket. Plus 3 and the minus 3 get cancelled. See here you are going to get this one as root 2. What is root 2? Here we have got difference between the second and the first term as root 2. Yes, now we will check the difference between the third and the second term. What is our third term? It is 3 plus 2 root 2. Now put the bracket. You have here 3 plus root 2. This way, very simple. If you solve systematically, then there will not be any confusion. See, in the coming videos, I am going to discuss about some basic concept for your exam, which will help you. Some concepts which often confuse. What happens while doing the calculation, you may get confused with those concepts like addition of fractions, then the decimal calculation, something like related to these square roots and all those things. So I'll discuss in my coming videos. Now look at this one, 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3, this plus minus root 2. Look at this one, children, this plus 3 minus 3 get cancelled. Very simple. Here it is 2 root 2 minus root 2. Now the confusion is with this one. See, if we have confusion something like this one, I'll do one thing. I'm going to write this one as root 2 means it is, think 1 root 2, something like this one. See, children, it is something like 2x minus 1x are the x. What is 2x minus 1x? It is simple x. Am I right? So now it is something like this, 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2. Yes, what is this? 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2 is 1 root 2, or it is 1x. How you say it in the same way? 1 root 2, which is equal to root 2. So the simplification or the subtraction of this one is what? Root 2. See what we observed here, the difference between the second and the first one as root 2. The second difference between the third and the second one is also root 2. Now we'll check the last difference, that is difference between what? The fourth and the third. Yes, the fourth and the third. First we have calculated between second and the first. Next we have calculated here third and the second. Now we move to next what? Fourth and the third. Yes, fourth and the third. What is fourth? This one term is 3 plus 3 root 2 minus A3 what? 3 plus 2 root 2. Put the bracket. Okay. Now I am writing the same thing here. See, it is 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2. Yes. How to do this one? Look at this one. Simple. First you write it as it is. 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 minus plus. It is minus 2 root 2. As usual, this get cancelled. Now you have 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Very simple. As you know, 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is 1 root 2, or you can call it as root 2. See here once again you got this difference as root 2. That means it is an AP. The given series is an AP. This is first part of that one. Very simple. I have solved in detail. Okay. If you are perfect, you can go with fast calculation. You can go with this one. So as a common difference is C, you are going to call it as an what? AP. Next, what we will do? We'll find the, okay, it is asked to write the difference also. The common difference or the CD, or you can write here difference is equal to root 2. For this one 1 mark, and for writing this one they may give half marks or the 1 marks, and for steps they may consider half marks. Okay. Next one, the next 3 terms. See, you are given A1, A2, A3 and the A4. You are going to find A5th, A6th and the A7th term. Very simple it is. See now, you have A4th as, you know, it is given first term is what? First term is 3, second term is 3 plus root 2, third term is 3 plus 2 root 2, and the fourth we have 3 plus 3 root 2. Yes, what it is? 3 plus 3 root 2. Write it. You can write A5th is equal to A4th and the common difference. For your convenience it is, or if you are perfect, you can go directly. So what is A4? 3 plus 3 root 2 plus, be careful, it is plus not the minus, difference is what? Root 2. I will solve here. See, 3 plus 3 root 2 plus here the addition you have, children. This is 3 root 2 plus 1 root 2. It is equal to 3 plus 4 root 2. What is this one? This is a fifth one, fifth term. Okay. Next you have the sixth term. A6 is equal to, very simple, A fifth plus the difference. A fifth is what? Just now we have calculated. 3 plus 4 root 2 plus the difference is what? Root 2. Very simple. 3 as it is plus 4 root 2 plus 1 root 2 is 5 root 2. Now you have got the what concept clear? I think this is 4 root 2, 5 root 2. Obviously the next one will be 6 root 2, but you have to solve and check it and write the solution also. A7th is equal to A6th plus the difference. This is 3 plus 5 root 2 and the difference. Yes, very simple. So the difference is what? Say, sorry, here you are write it root 2, sorry. So this is equal to 3 plus 5 root 2 plus nothing means it is 1 root 2, which is equal to 6 root 2. See, the next three terms are what you are going to write here. 3 plus 4 root 2, write systematically. Then 3 plus 5 root 2. Then you have 3 plus 6 root 2 are the next three terms. You can write next three terms. This way you can conclude. Look at this question, exercise 5.1. In that main question 4th and 8th one I have selected. What the question is, check whether the given series is an AP. If it is an AP, in that case you are going to find the difference and the next three terms. See here children, you are given the terms as minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, and by looking at this one you can say here it is an AP. But anyhow, if it is asked for 1 or 2 marks, you have to solve and show how it is an AP, and if it is an AP, write the difference and the next three terms by solving. Okay. Now look at this one. The first term is given by, what is that? Minus 1 by 2, and the second term is also minus 1 by 2. As you know, the difference is between A2 minus A1. Yes. So what we have, A2 as minus 1 by 2 minus of this one, and what is A1? It is also minus 1 by 2, which is equal to minus 1 by 2. Minus minus becomes plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 0. In the same way, when you go with the difference between A3 and A2, you are going to get the D as 0. So because of that one, you are going to say the difference is what? Difference between the consecutive terms is 0. Because of that one, you are going to say it is an AP, and the difference is 0. And next three terms, obviously you are getting next three terms as also minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. See, this is 10th question of main 4th question, exercise 5.1. So the question is, you have the terms A2A, 3A and 4A, and here what you are asked to find the difference if it is same, or that is if it is an AP, next three terms. So for that one, first we will find a difference between these two terms, that is A2 minus A1. So what is your A2? A2 is here, it is 2A minus A, which is A. In the same way, when you go with these two terms, what you have once again, this is A3 minus A2. So which is equal to 3A minus 2A, which is once again 3A minus 2A is A. See, when you look at the difference between the consecutive terms, okay, you are going to find the difference as A. So what you are going to write here? D is equal to A. So because of that one, you are going to say it is an AP. Very simple concept. Then what you are going to find? The next three terms. Okay, now look at this, is 1 2 3 4. Next means A5 is equal to A4 plus the difference. Is it? What is your A4? It is 4A, and the difference is A. 4A plus A is 5A. Next A6, very simple, A5th plus the difference, which is 5A plus A. Very simple, it is 6A. Then A7 is A6th plus the difference, which is 6A plus A, equals to 6A plus A is once again 7A. So the question completes these three terms and the difference, and it is an AP. See this question, 11th of May, 4th main question, exercise 5.1. See, we are checking here whether the given series is an AP. In that case, if it is, you are finding the difference and the next three terms. Okay, moving to that one. This is one of the important question I have selected. First, see here children, you have A1 or A as root 2 and A2 as root 8, and it can be written as, here I am writing here, root 8 can be written as 4 into 2, which is equal to 2 root 2. Yes, then you have A3. A3 is equal to root 18. So it can be written as here Even 18 can be written as 6 3s are 18, even and 9 2s are 18. Yes, 6 3s are 18 and 9 2s are 18. I am writing 9 2s are 18 because this is under the root, and root 9 is 3. Because of that one, you are selecting 9 and 2, not 6 and 3. Yes, now root 18 can be written as 9 2s are, which is equal to 3 root 2. The same way you go with A4, which is equal to 32, it is given. So this can be written as 16 into 2, as I just now explained. 16, you are going to select the numbers which are perfect square, and you are splitting the numbers as product of the perfect square numbers. So which is equal to 4 root 2. This is our A1, A2, A3 and A4. Okay, now simplified. Now what I'm going to do, I'm finding the difference. Difference D is what? A2 minus A1, which is equal to, what is our A2? It is 2 root 2 minus root 2. See here, nothing means it is 1. 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2 is root 2. Yes, the difference I have got between these two. Then the second difference between A3 and A2, which is equals to, what is our A3? A3 is 3 root 2 minus A2. A2 is what? 2 root 2. Very simple. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is 1 root 2, or you can write just root 2. Yes, I think you will get the same thing when you go with this one, but I'll try solve that one also. That is A4 minus A2, which is equal to 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2. Very simple. It is once again root 2. See children, we have got the difference between all the consecutive terms as root 2, root 2 and root 2. So because of that one, you are going to say the given series is an AP. Yes, it is. How to solve this one I am showing you. It is an AP for 3 marks, and the common difference, as you are going to say here, as the common difference is equal or same, you are going to say between each conjugative numbers. Conjugative means immediate next. Okay, conjugative numbers, you are giving this reason. Yes, then because of this one, you are going to call it as an AP. And at the same time, what you are doing here, you are writing the difference. Common difference is equal to root 2. See here, point was you have to write because you are going to get the marks depending upon the questions, sub questions. Here this first question it is checking and writing that, and finding the common difference. Already you are calculated, but write it, otherwise you may lose the marks. If you are aiming for 100 out of 100, in that case each and every step according to the question you have to solve. Okay, this is second part completed. And for third marks, what you are asked here, next 3 more terms. Up to you are given how many terms? 1, 2, 4 terms you are given. Next, a fifth is equal to a fourth plus the difference. Very simple. A fourth is what? A fourth is root 32. You are not writing root 32 plus the difference is root 2. You need to calculate once again. Instead of writing this one, of course you can write and solve once again better. So the way in which I have solved, if you do this one, finding common difference and writing next 3 terms also becomes easy. So what it can be done, just now I explained here. It is 4 root 2 plus root 2. Very simple, which is 5 root 2. You can continue in the same way. For A6 is equal to this way, which is 6 root 2. Then A7 is equal to 6 root 2 plus root 2, which is 7 root 2. These are our next 3 terms. You write systematically. The 3 next terms are 5 root 2, write it systematically, 6 root 2 and the 7 root 2. See children, you know the next 3 terms just by looking at the terms, but during the exam you have to solve step by step. Then you are going to get the full 3 marks if the question is of 3 marks. Otherwise you may lose half marks or 1 mark sometimes. So solving stepwise according to the question is also important. See this one, 4th main 13th question of exercise 5.1. Whether it is an AP, you are going to check for that one, and the common difference you are finding, and the next 3 terms also. See here, this is a very confusing problem. 90% of the students they make in hurry. Okay, what the mistakes the children do most of the time is that when you have the terms as root 3, something like this one here, see I'll show you here, root 3, root 6, root 9 and root 12. While finding the difference between conjugative numbers, you are going to write root 6 minus root 3. Okay students, what they make mistake is equal to root 3, which is not equal to root 3. And when you go with the next one, root 9 minus root 6. Once again they write root 3. It is also not root 3. See here, 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. Children, root 6 minus root 3 is not at all equals to root 3. You are not going to do this type of mistakes in hurry. Yes, I'll clear the confusion and how to solve this one. Then I'll show here. This is one of the important question. Yes, because of such mistakes only you people are going to lose the marks in the exam. You feel that one you have solved a question, and when looking at this one, it looks like that only. 6 minus 3 is 3, 9 minus 6, that is root, under root is root 3, and you go on saying this one in hurry. Okay, so you are not going to do after this explanation. You are going to do it in a systematic and correct way. Children, look at this one. First of all, the first difference is between a2 minus a1, so which is root 6 minus root 3, which is not equal to root 3. You are going to keep this one as it is only. We cannot simplify it further. Then you have the second difference as root 9 minus root 6, that is a3 and a2. I am doing directly. See here, root 9 is 3 minus root 6. Further, it cannot be what? Subtracted. So we cannot subtract this one. You are going to keep this one also as it is. Further, moving to next terms, root 12 minus root 9. See here, root 12 is root of 4. You are writing this one as 4 3s are 12 minus root 9 as 3. So this is 2 root 3 minus 3. So this is not equal to, further you cannot simplify this one. Yes, you are going to keep this one as it is only. If you are if you are more interested in these numbers, I'll show you what way you can write, and even this of mistakes also happens. 2 root 3 minus, you write this one as 3 as root 3 into root 3. As you know, root 3 into root 3 is root 9. Root 9 is 3. So sometimes, so what happens here? Root 3 we are going to take common here. 2 minus root 3. Even after writing this one, you cannot simplify it further. So better to keep this one as it is only. And when you look at the differences here, difference between these two terms is 6 minus root 3. Difference between this one is 3 minus root 6. So after looking at this one, after checking this one, after solving the difference between the conjugative terms, you are going to say it is not an AP. See, first when you did the mistake, it was an AP. When you look at the terms, you are going to say immediately what it is an AP. So children, this is not an AP, as the common difference between the conjugative terms is not equal or not the same. So what you are going to write here? It is not an AP, as common difference is not equal. Yes, so because of this one, you are going to call it as not an AP. By checking only, you are going to say it is an AP or not. So don't make hurry in exam. Okay. Look at this question number main 4, the 14th question. Once again, it is an important question I say here of exercise 5.1. Check whether this is an AP. If it is an AP, in that case, you are finding the common difference and further 3 more terms. Yes. So here it is 7 square also. Yes. First of all, we'll find the conjugative difference between the conjugative terms. Before moving to this one, I would like to explain here that I have seen students making mistake. 1 square minus 3 square. 3 minus 1 is what? 2. Yes. They are going to write this one. 3 square minus 1 square is equal to what? 2 square. Then 5 square minus 3 square is also 2 square. Then 7 square minus 5 square is equal to 7 minus 5 is 2 square. So children, this is fully wrong. You are not doing this way. Immediately by looking at the terms, you are not going to say it is an AP. Yes, because of such what mistakes you people make, and to clear the mistakes, what happens and how to solve systematically, you are given such questions. Yes, you are not going to do this type of calculation, which is very wrong. Yes, now how to solve this one? It is very simple. As you know, you are not making hurry. First of all, you have 1 square as 1. We are writing this one as, 2, that is you have 3 square, it is 9. 5 square, it is 25. Then the 7 square is 49. Next, your work becomes very easy. Now the difference between these two, 9 minus 1, which is equal to 8. And next difference between 25 minus 9, it is how much it is? Yes, it is 15 minus 9 is what? 16, is it? Yes. And okay, now when we see the difference between this one is 8 and this one is 16, you are not going for the next difference. Yes, and the difference between second and the first is 8 and the third and the second is 16. So you are not getting next, will not go for that or no. Okay, you are going to stop here only, as the common difference is not equal. Therefore you are going to say it is not an AP. See, specially I have selected this question. Why? To clear the confusion that what mistakes you people do while solving the paper, especially the paper. See, in your classwork and homework, your teacher say when she check the paper, or your teacher check the question, your classwork or a paper, test paper, they say this is wrong and you have to do this way. Then immediately you will put a line and you will solve that one. But in exam, you are not going to get the second chance, is it? So you are not making hurry during the exam. And when you write the question, when you look at the question, when you start the question, you are not solving immediately by seeing the question. Better to write the question, then afterwards see what it is given and how you can simplify in the first step. Afterwards you go on with the calculation, main calculation. So by doing so, you can avoid the silly mistakes and you will get full marks.